Alright, what's going on everyone? Captain here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I go through my accessories and how I choose which ones I want to keep, which ones I want to sell, which ones I want to level up and everything. If you don't know, doing Spider's Den is how you get these accessories, and these accessories add a lot of stats to your character, so it's a very important dungeon to figure out. I'm not going to be talking about my team for this dungeon. If you are interested, you can see it right here above me. I've got Draco, Krisk, 2 Cold Hearts, and Miscreated Monster, so pretty stacked team. It is a 100% team for me so far. I've been using this team for 2 or 3 weeks without fail once. And yeah, so pretty good rewards. And this is on Spider's stage 20, as you can see. So if you're interested in finding out what I have on that, I've shown some of these characters in the past, but maybe we'll do a dedicated video about Spiders down the road. But today we're going to be talking about just how I decide which of these accessories I want to keep and which ones to toss. But before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video. In today's video, Raid Shadow Legends is once again sponsoring this video. So guys, shout out to them. If you want to download Raid Shadow Legends, go down in the description, guys. Hit the first link or the first link in the comment section as well, the pinned comment. You guys, if you use that link in the next 30 days, if you are a brand new account, you will be getting yourself 1 day of boosted XP, 3 energy refills, an ancient shard, the rare character Bulwark, and then 50 gems. Bulwark is actually an awesome rare character you guys can get in the game, and using this link you can get him for free, and it'll be a great head start in your journey into Raid Shadow Legends. He has all sorts of good abilities, including a passive that extends the duration of all debuffs on the opponent when he gets attacked. He's got an HP burn on the A2, and then he can place a weaken on the A1. So pretty awesome kit, guys. Use him in Clan Boss, use him in dungeons and everything, guys, and he will help you out a lot. So make sure to go down in the description, use that link, guys, in the next 30 days. Otherwise this offer won't work for you guys, so go ahead, do that now. Thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Alright, so let's go ahead and start going through my accessories, and I'll show you guys what I'm looking for. As if you've been playing this game for any amount of time, you probably know the struggle of getting to the capped out 700 item limit for either accessories or artifacts. We're not going to talk about artifacts, this is just about accessories. But either way, having to go through and sort these items, it's really tedious and something unfortunately we just have to keep doing if you want to progress in the game. So hopefully this video will help some of you moving forward of how you go about it. So as I showed at the beginning, I just finished doing my 100 battles, my 100 daily battles. So what I always do after I've done that, you can see whenever you have something new, you get this little red dot popping up everywhere. You could go through each individual like this, but a way easier way to do it is by going to the filter and then hitting just new. Computer's lagging a tiny bit there, so you can see all of the items that you just recently added to your roster. So make sure you don't click off of the screen until you've gone through these, because I've made that mistake before and then they just get thrown in with everything else. Kind of annoying. So I always pull the screen up when I'm ready to go through them all and then exit out of it once I'm done. So starting off, I usually leave it like this. You can break it down by each one if you want. It might be easier that way. And I might do that for the sake of the video just to make things easier, but normally I'm just used to it now that I just go through all of them. So we'll start off with the rings. So with the rings, generally they're always, well, not generally, so first things first about the rings, all these have a main stat and then substats. The main stats are one of 3 categories. It's always going to be flat HP, flat attack, and flat defense. And what you want is a substat that matches that same stat. So this one right here, attack with attack percent, that's solid. For me, it's a rare. That's still good though, because I don't have a ton of ridiculously high leveled artifact or accessories, so this will be a piece that I keep. That's perfect. So then moving over to the next one here, you see this is attack, doesn't have attack, so we don't want that. That will be sold. Defense, and then defense percent is a 4%. If you don't know how these work, they range from as a 5-star from 4% to 6%. As a 6-star, they can range from 5% to 7%, I believe is the numbers. I don't think a 6-star can be below 5%. I think 5% is the lowest. So that's ideally what you're looking for, but for me, I'm mainly keeping 6-star. So most 5-star items are going to get sold for me unless it's a really nice legendary piece. So for rings, looking for attack with attack percent, or HP with HP percent, defense with defense percent. So that's kind of the basis of where you want to go with. So once I've gone through all these, once I'm ready to sell them, I'll just hit sell, and then I'll click on it and be, yep, that's what I'm getting rid of. That's what I'm going to get rid of. And I'll just kind of go through like this. See, it's a 6-star epic, but it's HP and doesn't have an HP percent. I'm not going to use this. Even though it does have the attack 7% and defense 7%, I'm getting rid of it. Because I know down the road I have the potential to get a better one, and this will just be taking up more slots. So then going to here, attack and attack percent. Sweet, we'll keep that one. HP percent, but it's a 5-star. So for me, I'm going to sell it. For you, it might be a piece you keep, but it's all just personal to your account. So let's go ahead and now just keep going through. I'll show a couple more, and then I'll speed to the end of this and show you what it looks like. So defense and no defense there. HP percent. So yeah, here's a piece like this is a legendary HP. It has HP percent. So this one I'm going to keep and at least roll it at the end, and then see what happens, and then decide if I'm going to keep it since it's a legendary. So I'm going to go ahead, go through all of these rings, and then I'll be back with you once I've done that. Okay, so I've gone through and selected the ones that I know for sure I'm going to sell. You can see I've selected 17 of the 28, so we'll just hit sell there, get 822,000. So now I'm going to go through and roll these ones up. So now what I'm looking for is to roll this one, the sub roll of that attack percent. So if I don't get the attack percent, so this one's HP, but what I'll do now is I'll go back and then kind of compare it to the rest of my attack percent, or attack flats, that attack percent rings that I already have, and see if this one's better than those ones. So we'll keep that one for now. Move on to the next one, do the same thing. And especially like these ones that have the percentage, they're sometimes I'm a little lenient, I'll keep them still. So there we go, definitely got attack percent there. But if this were HP percent and it rolls that flat HP, instantly selling. So cool, got at least one rule of attack. So this is a keep for me. And again, sometimes I'll go back and compare it to what I already have. My game seems to kind of lag, and I've probably had it on too long today. Probably need to restart the computer, but you know, we're already into the video, so can't do that. So there we go. It rolled 1 and 1, but that's fine for now. So then I'll go ahead and go through all of these and do that same thing of rolling them up. And then if I like them, I keep them. If I don't like what it rolls on the up to 4, because rolling up to 4 is super cheap. There's really no point in not doing it. You're not going to lose out on silver, because if you roll it to 4 and it rolls bad, you're going to sell it for more than you're spending pretty much. So that is the reason you just roll it to there. So there, flat attack percent or flat attack. Nope, not keeping it. So I'll go ahead, do that, and then come back once I've finished. All right, so now we can see I ended up deleting selling a couple other ones that I didn't even want to roll because I don't know why I kept them in the first place. So this one you can see, even though I said it was a legendary, it ended up rolling flat attack, so that one is going to be deleted. This one rolled really well. This one as well, awesome. And this one roll attack, I just speed it up for myself. I just only rolled it, started doing them to 4 here. This one I'll probably keep because again, they're both percentage. And then this one is flat attack, so that will be sold along with this one. So the rest of these we're keeping. So we narrowed it down from 28 initially down to 6 that we are keeping. So now let's go ahead and move on over to the amulets. So the amulets, their main substat can be one of 4 stats now. Still flat attack, flat HP, attack, and defense, but we also add in crit damage. First things first, go here to attack and sell every single one of these. You don't even need to look at what they are, because if you're ever trying to increase the attack of a character, you're going to put a crit damage amulet on them. So there's no point in even keeping any of these. That is free silver right there. So then we'll just go straight into the crit damage ones. When you have a crit damage, the big thing with the amulets in general is they can add in the substat of accuracy or resist. Ideally, you usually want one or the other, and you want that to be rolled as the substat at least once, ideally 2 or 3 times. Sometimes, it takes a while to get to that point, but eventually in time, you might get a couple really solid pieces. So when you're going through and you have the crit damage ones, And pretty much any, even if they're flat HP and defense ones, those have a place as well. So don't just delete those. And you still are looking for accuracy and resist. And like I said, ideally one or the other. Early game, focus way more on accuracy, and even into mid game, kind of where I'm at, I'm still focusing on accuracy and not really doing resist yet. From what I'm told, resist is more of a end game, mainly arena type thing. So majority of your resist ones you can actually sell as well, I would say, early on, and focusing on the accuracy early. So crit damage ones, we'll just leave it here for all of them and tick off the substat there. So we'll be starting with 27 here. So let's go ahead, go through these now, kind of do the same thing here. So crit damage, and looking for accuracy. So this doesn't have accuracy. We're gonna sell that. This is a defense one, has resistance here. So we'll keep that, at least roll it. Also something to note, the substats on these ones cannot be percentage based. They're all gonna be flat rate. So the only percentages you'll see on any of these pieces is the crit damage percentage here, or crit damage substat. Crit damage as a substat isn't really something that I look for, because if you're trying to increase that crit damage, you're mainly gonna use a crit damage main substat. And this is a good source of getting that extra crit damage. So that's where you wanna look for. So mainly, like I said, crit damage, HP or defense with resist and accuracy. I'm gonna go through these and I'll show you guys what I have after. Also, another thing about these is majority of the time, the same rule applies with these as with the rings. For me, I'm mainly going to be keeping 6 stars. Most 5 stars are going to be sent straight away. If that's your situation, then do that as well. And it makes it a lot easier of going through this, because then you don't even really focus on those unless, again, it is like a very nice legendary piece, or say you just haven't been lucky and you don't have a lot of crit damage with accuracy amulets that are 6-star or even 5-star other ones. So then you might want to keep a couple of them there. So make sure you know like what you have on hand, and if you don't, maybe hold on to it and then afterwards go back, compare it to what you already had, and then from there you can decide which ones you want to keep. So these are the ones I'm gonna sell. The rest of these I'll roll up, and then we'll move on to the banners. There we go, 6 selected. We'll sell those, and that leaves us with only 5 remaining out of there. So that is it for the amulets, and that brings us to the last category in the banners. So we have 34 banners to pick from, and yeah, so for the banners, you add a couple other main stats. You have resist and accuracy along with the flat ones as well. I don't usually keep many of the attack ones. And defense and HP, I kind of like to keep a few on hand, but majority of the time you're going to be wanting to use accuracy or resist. More so again in early game, this is a good place to get that accuracy, if you can get a good banner, that is. But yeah, HP and defense ones and attack, they have their place still, but I still kind of lean more toward using resist and accuracy. Some of you may know better than me. If you like using those ones, then yes, do that. But the main thing you really want on almost all banners in most cases is you want the substat with speed. So you can see of these 34, 18 of them have speed. So there's a good chance that the rest of those that don't have speed are going to get straight up sold right away without even worth taking them up. But there are certain characters you want slower for things like a clan boss comp or something, and maybe you don't need as much speed, so you can put a better banner that doesn't have speed in that case. So there's that scenario. You might want to use those. So similar thing too, though, if you are keeping an attack one, you're going to want the attack percentage and speed. So this one right here, even though it's only a 5-star, I might roll it at least and see if it gets the speed, because that might be nice to get that speed out of a banner so I don't have to get it somewhere else, even though it is a 5-star. So these ones I will tend to keep more 5-star artifacts over the other accessories, just for that aspect alone of getting that extra speed, because it just helps you put more speed, get less speed from your other artifacts. So yeah, looking for this one we'll be keeping. Let's get the sell thing active. Defense and speed. Again, we'll roll that, see if we get speed. This one doesn't have defense, so we'll sell that one. Accuracy, and it's a 5-star rare, so yeah, we're not going to keep that. We don't need that. So then again, kind of we'll go down here and mainly looking for that speed substat. So I'll go ahead, go through all of these now, and then come back at the end. Okay, so we've gone through all the artifacts now, or all the banners, and we've got 22 selected just to show you quickly some of the ones that looked good initially. Like you first see that, like this one, it is a 6-star legendary banner. You're like, oh, come on, please show me something good. Defense, attack, HP, HP. So it doesn't have the speed, doesn't have the defense, and yeah, even though that attack percent is nice and HP percent is good, and it's legendary, I'm not going to use this. This one is way better, where it's a 6-star epic accuracy with speed and defense percent substat there. So this one for sure is a keep. This one sadly is getting sold, but on the good side, it is a nice chunk of silver. Banners give you a lot of silver. And then a couple other things to note too is this one here, it doesn't have speed, but I'm going to keep it because resistance, and it has defense percent here. If I can roll defense percent a couple times and it's a 6-star, this could be a really good piece for a character that I just need to make really tanky and maybe just be able to work the speed in somewhere else. And of course, have the potential to get speed as the 4th substat there. And then another thing too with the accuracy banners, or this is a good HP one that I decided I'm going to keep because it has speed here. But with accuracy and the resist banners, keep the 5-star ones if you don't have the 6-star ones. So don't just instantly sell them because they're 5-star. If you don't have 6-star for a certain faction, then hold on to the 5-star ones. So I'm going to go sell these, and then we will start rolling. So 1.4 million. You can see how much silver you just get out of the spider's den. It's kind of crazy. So we'll start rolling these up and see which ones we're going to keep and see what the final tally is at the end. And then we'll get you guys out of here. Okay, and here we go. I'll quickly show you what happened with these ones. So with this one, I ended up rolling up to 8 because it rolled speed the first time, went for a second time, rolled it both times, so awesome there. This one rolled flat attack, so that one's bye-bye. This one I was pretty upset about, rolled it to 8 because the first one, it rolled the defense percent, so I was like, all right, that's good. Second one rolled flat attack. So it does have that speed though, so I'll probably keep this and roll it to 12 just to see if I can get speed that one, and if I decide to go to 16, we'll see. But I'll hold on to it for now because again, it's a 6-star accuracy. I'm not sure how many other 6-star accuracy ones I have for the Banner Lords. This one on the other hand, accuracy rolled speed on the first one. This one rolled defense twice. Again, I'm going to hold on to it still for now just because I don't know if I have any other good resist banners. So I might keep that. Accuracy, defense percent, good there. Attack, we're going to keep it still. Again, not sure how many accuracy banners I have for Knights Rev. I think that's one in particular that I'm usually pretty low on. And then we've got this one rolled speed. This one rolled speed. These all were bad, so we're going to get rid of those. Sell 280 silver, and there you have it. Out of the 100 items we had at the start, we are only taking 19 home with us, and I probably could even get that down lower if I once I compare it to what I already have. But that's going to do it, guys, for this accessory breakdown. I'm not sure how long the whole video is going to be. In end, I've been doing all this for almost 40 minutes, so hopefully I'm able to cut this down so it's not terribly long for you guys. But let me know if you have another way that you go through your items, what works best for you. If this helps you out, I'm glad to be of service. But again, a huge shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. If you guys use that link down below, do it in the next 30 days, you will get yourself all the good rewards that I spoke about earlier. But make sure it has to be a new account you're starting, and do it within the next 30 days. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.